Hey guys, it's LpsHoney and welcome back to a new video. You may be thinking, honey, what is that vampiric, majestic looking tail behind you? And that is today's video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created my latest LPS doll, this King Lionfish custom. His body is fully articulated, he is customized by yours truly, and the body for this custom was so kindly supplied by Kika Goods. So if you watched my previous LPS doll customization video, you would have seen that I worked with a company called Kika Goods. They sell ball jointed dolls, art dolls, miniature furniture, blind boxes, like you name it, they got it. Not only did they supply me with the body for today's custom, they also supplied a discount code for you guys if you want to purchase anything from their website. The code will be on screen, as well as a link to Kika Goods in the description, and the code will also be in the description as well in case you guys forget. So feel free to use that coupon code on any of their products if you're interested in doing your own LPS doll after watching this video. So a massive thank you to Kika Goods for making this video possible. And without further ado, let me show you guys the original doll and LPS we started with, and then the process of how I made our King Lionfish. I'm so excited to show you guys this custom. Let's get into it. So for this custom, I'm going to be using a Bon Bon Galaxy BJD 112 doll. This is the same brand I used previously. I'm just giving you a little overview of everything that comes in the box, which is a lot. This is a pre-painted doll. However, they actually sell a fully blank base now. When I got this doll, that wasn't an option, but now there is that option. So as beautiful as this doll looks with all the painting, the removable ears, the cute little accessories, if you're somebody who really wants full creative freedom, I'd recommend the completely blank white base. However, if you're somebody who wants to kind of go about it the way I did and get these really cute clothes, a kind of semi-pre-painted figurine, this is also an option. I will say the blank base is a lot cheaper, but for this video, just know that I am using the pre-painted version because that's all they had available at the time. As you can see, for the head, we're going to be using this Lion LPS. Here they are together. I'm so excited about this. The first step was, of course, to remove the LPS head. I took out the bobble head as well. Gave him a quick coat of white paint just to give me a clean base. And for the head, I'm going to be using my foil method again. Like I said previously, if you watched my other doll video, you kind of know some of these steps already. But for me, stuffing the head with foil gives it a kind of base to attach it to the doll. It's just kind of sturdy, helps me glue everything together because I do glue the heads down. It does restrict the movement, but it makes it super secure, which I prefer, especially with something like this. But I've seen people use cotton buds, and that's, you know, great, but I prefer foil. I started off by painting the paws and the bottom of the tail, which is what I was gesturing to. And even though I do really like the colors of this pre-painted doll, I wanted to make it a lot darker. And that's why I said, you know, previously with the completely blank base, you get a lot more creative freedom there. But I wanted to change this doll's specific look to be a lot darker to match an actual lionfish. At least the one I was kind of going off of. The colors are quite dark, and I did really like the dark red color they used for the tail, so I wanted to incorporate that while also adding my own details. I wanted to start off with the black as well because it is the most opaque color and it can kind of give me just like a good base to go off of, I guess. I can kind of see it slowly start coming together, and I feel like I need less coats of black paint to get the result I want, so it was kind of like the quickest part of the painting to knock out. I really thought the pink paws were cute, but they just didn't match the theme that I wanted for this doll, so that's why I changed them to black personally. Also wanted to add more detail to these little fins or wings. I don't know what to call them. They definitely look a lot more like wings, but I do believe they're meant to be fins on the fish. So I wanted to give them a black outline because I felt like they were just kind of bland with the red color that was given to them, which isn't bad by any means, but I feel like adding this black outline really added a lot to it, just gave it more depth in general, which I really liked. It was a bit of a challenge keeping my hand steady doing these lines, and I did have to clean it up a little bit here and there with some water, but overall I'm really happy that I decided to add the black lines to the fins because, like I said, I think I just added a lot more depth to them. Also painted this teeny little fin on the butt, I guess you would say that it is. This is the butt area, I guess. And that's because I had planned to continue it down the tail. I didn't know how I wanted to do it at this particular time, but I knew I wanted to do something, so I thought I'd get that out of the way and paint the little butt fin. But then I moved on to the bottom of the tail, which was the largest area of black paint, and this did take me a couple of coats because you can move the tail, so the layers, the frills were moving when I was painting them, which is fine, but it did take me a couple layers to get it fully covered how I wanted it. And also because it's the bottom of the tail, often, a lot of the time, it was laying on my painting mat and it kept chipping at the bottom, so I kept having to like clean it up, repaint it, clean it up, repaint it, and in the end, now that it's fully sealed, it's fine, but during the painting process it was so annoying. So at this point I kind of done the black outline I wanted to do mainly and decided to go in with my metallic paint now. I wanted to add metallic because, like I said, he's a king lionfish. He needs to show his royal superiority, so I wanted to add metallic details. So I started with the little claws because I thought the white was just too bright compared to the rest of the color palette I was going for, and they just really stood out too much, so I made them golden. And then I also had a metallic copper paint which I used on the bones on the tail. I also used the golden paint and I kind of did a pattern of bronze gold going down each side. I was unsure if I wanted to mix and match it between left and right, but in the end I decided to keep it the same. So the top ones are both bronze, the second ones are both gold, all the way down. The gold one did take quite a few coats because it's a thin paint, but in the end I really loved how it looked. It kind of reminded me of little gems. I then figured out what I wanted to do with the back, and that is to make the backbones black, just how I had done the metallic parts of the bones, but now continuing down the back of the tail. I think it just tied it together nicely, linking the bottom of the tail to the butt fin to have this black line going down the back of the bones. I think it looks so cool. I honestly think it's one of my favorite parts of this custom, just watching it go all the way down. I don't know, I love how it looks. But then it was time to move on to the face, and I could finally fully paint a part of this custom. So I tried to color match the face paint to the upper torso body paint as best I could. It's very, very pale with darker shading, so it doesn't show up super well on camera, but I definitely am painting a very pale cream on the face. I then decided to go in and start painting the mane. I got this color by mixing red, black, and a little bit of pink. So the first layer looks quite pink, like too pink, and I was a little worried. But the more I built it up, and obviously the more it dried, the more red it looked, which is definitely what I wanted. I didn't want a pink mane, I definitely wanted that red color. So it took me about 3 coats of paint to get it from a kind of pinkish red to a more full-on red color, but I'm really happy with how the color turned out. I think it really matches with the red on the tail and the hands. Like, look at that, doesn't that look so freaking cool? Then it was time to move on to the smaller details on the face. So I gave him a black nose. Again, I thought I just tied in nicely with the other black details. And then the eyes. I was pretty concerned because the eyes make it or break it in a custom, let's be real. So I went in with pure white to obviously do the base. And then I decided to go for an orange color because I had kept it kind of dark reds, blacks, golds, coppers, and I thought orange would probably fit pretty well into that color spectrum. You know, it's similar to the copper, but it's not as dark, and I'm happy that I went with this color choice. I have been doing a lot of green-eyed customs recently, and it was nice to mix it up a bit, and I think this orange color was definitely the right choice. After I had done the kind of basis of the eyes, it was time to do the shading. So I decided to shade the stomach, chest, and back a bit more than it was originally shaded in the doll. You can't really tell on the video right now, but I also shaded the face this kind of brown color as well to match it better with the body, because if I just left it that pale cream, it would not have looked good. So I definitely tried to shade it here and there just to match the head and the body better, make it more cohesive. I also shaded the corner of the eyes to give him a bit of depth, and then I also ended up shading the ears because I didn't paint the ears inside like a specific color. I just decided to shade them with a kind of darkish brownish red color, and I think it turned out pretty good. I usually paint the inside of ears, but I think the shading kind of worked in this custom's favor. I also had this little bead which I decided to glue to the front just to kind of give it a little extra something, and I like it. It matches really well. It was just from a bead pack that I bought online, and that was pretty much it. I put the shines in his eyes and added a couple little scars here and there because he worked for his crown, okay? This king lionfish, he did not get it easy. So I made sure to add some scars, give him a little shading, and then he was pretty much complete. I sealed the paint, glossed the eyes, and then it was time to give him his little final look. I had this Surveillant family necklace, which I think fitted his design perfectly. So I put that around his neck, and then unfortunately he cannot wear the bow that originally came with this doll because it's meant to go over the neck. But he could still use this headband, and instead of a headband, I thought it looked really cool as a blindfold. Kind of matched that mystical look. So let's take a look at him all finished. So there you have it, our king lionfish custom. I am so happy with how he turned out. I absolutely love him. He is just the king of the ocean. What else can I say? I will mention one little thing that gripes me about this BJD doll is that it doesn't come with a stand, which I find very confusing because it can't stand on its own. Obviously, it has this big tail, and so I'm propping it up with the stand that I previously got with my last LPS doll that I made. It's not a perfect fit, and I do have to angle the tail to help hold it up, but it's better than nothing because without this stand it would literally just be laying there. I apologize for being so zoomed out, but this is literally the only way to get the whole doll in frame. But I understand why it's difficult for them to make a stand for this body. It's such a unique shape, especially with the little fins on the side of the hips that can really get in the way. But if I were to make one criticism of this doll, that would be it. It definitely needs a stand. I can maybe look at getting my boyfriend to 3D print one specifically to fit this pet's proportions, because like I said, the stand that I'm using right now isn't made for this doll, so it doesn't fit super well. But I still wanted to show you guys what it looks like standing up and different poses and everything. Let's be real, having this stand helps create so many dynamic poses. You know, you can have the tail off to the side, straight down, etc. And I really think it's lacking that ability without a stand. So I will definitely look into hopefully being able to make one with my boyfriend, and I'll keep you guys updated on that online. But please let me know what you think. I know my first BJD art doll LPS custom was a lot more simplistic compared to this one. It was literally just a white tiger. So I'm really interested to see what you guys think of this one. You all really loved liked my previous one and were also supportive and kind. So I'm very excited to see what the reception to this guy will be, because I think I like him more than my first doll that I made. I just freaking love all the intricate details of him and just like the whole little lore I can craft up in my head about him. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Kika Goods link will be in the description down below, as well as my discount code. So if you're interested in making your own LPS doll custom, you can go down there and check it out. Thank you so much to Kika Goods once again for sending me the body to make this custom, because I love making these. It really gets my creative juices flowing. And let me know if you want to see me do some more of these, because there are a bunch more bodies that I can try. Just a little word of advice though, if you are planning to make an LPS ball jointed doll custom, I highly recommend using the larger LPS head molds, things like lions, jaguars, bulls, German shepherds. Any LPS that has a slightly larger head than average usually fits a lot better. Obviously you can use whatever LPS head you want, but from my experience, if you want the proportions to look better and more natural, I'd recommend larger heads like this one. So guys, there you have it. I'm so excited to share this video with you guys. This is literally one of my favorite customs I have ever made, and I just can't wait to see where we go from here. You know, I'm really trying to hone my skills, and I think this was a really cool stepping stone. I'm gonna leave you guys with some videos of this custom in front of the water to really fit the vibe. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and make sure to check out Kika Goods in the description down below, because without them this video would not have been possible. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!